Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today in my kitchen we're going to make a beef Lombardi casserole. Never had it, so I'm going to change some things. So we're going to turn around and see what we're going to need for this recipe. Alright, for this recipe we're going to need a pound of lean meat. One is for my son. He's not going to eat this, so I'm going to make him some burgers. And then we're going to need a can of diced tomatoes and chilies. You need 1 can of tomato paste. You need a can of diced tomatoes. And this is where we're going to change. You need... you're going to use garlic powder. You need a teaspoon of it. Then you need 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and it wants you to use 12 ounces of an egg noodle, but I'm going to use some rotini. You need a cup of sour cream, but I'm going to, because there's only 4 people eating this, so I'm going to use a half a cup of the sour cream. And then it wants to use 2 cups of shredded cheese and a cup of grated Parmesan cheese and a cup of shredded mozzarella. But I'm just going to use this little bit of mozzarella that I have. And I'm going to shred this up, but I'm only going to use maybe half. And then I'm using just maybe... I'm trying to think, about 1/3 of a cup of the Parmesan cheese. Because like I said, it's only 4 people that's going to eat it. And I don't want to make too much in case we don't like it. And then we'll need a 9 by 13. But I think I'm going to use my smaller pan. It depends. So I'll be back later. Well, I'll be back to finish this recipe. Alright, in this pan, we're going to add a hamburger. Let this cook. I already have my pan back here with water in it for some of the rotini. Like I said, this recipe does serve 6, but there's only going to be 4 of us eating it, so that is why I'm not going to use so much pasta and cutting down on the cheese. I'm going to cook this for a bit and then get that water to boil, and then I'll get the oven set at 350, and this cooks in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes until bubbling. Okay, the hamburger is done. And now we're going to add in the diced tomatoes. And I did turn my burner down to low. Add your tomatoes and chilies. And we're going to add the tomato paste. Alright, we got everything in the pan. Now I'm going to give it a mix. All I need to add, when you add your garlic powder, which I don't have much left, so I'm just going to add what I have in there. And you want to put some pepper, and some salt. Supposed to be like a teaspoon of each. And you want to simmer this for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Let's get this all mixed together. I'm going to set my timer. Turn this up just to number 2 on my stove. Set my timer for about 15 minutes. Alright, the water is back there, it is boiling. So I'm going to estimate how much pasta I'm going to add because I don't want too much pasta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 handfuls. And we're going to let that cook until about al dente. Let's see. Alright, in the pan we got the pasta. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of the sour cream, even though the recipe calls for a full cup, but like I said, I'm not making the full recipe. So we're going to just do half a cup of the sour cream. You're going to add it to the pasta. Set a timer for, that's the timer for the sauce. I'm going to turn it off, but I'm going to put the oven on, and then we're going to give this a stir. Once you get that all mixed, you're going to put it in your pan. Over here. I mean, it don't seem like a lot of pasta in there. Like I said, this is only for 4 people. So, put that in there. And then you're going to take your sauce and you're going to put it on top. Granted, there is more sauce than there is pasta, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to spread this out. So you cover the pasta. And now we're going to take this mozzarella. Just going to sprinkle it on top. I don't want it too cheesy. Put the mozzarella. And this is the Colby Jack. can put as much cheese as you like. Because I'm going to try some new recipes soon. And you'll see that in my upcoming next video. So there's the cheese. And then for the Parmesan cheese, I'm just going to sprinkle, we'll see, maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. Two tablespoons. 2 is good. And then I'm waiting for this oven to come to temp. And then this is going to go in for 20 to 25 minutes, I do believe. So it's nice and bubbly. Yes, 20 to 25 minutes. Until it's nice and bubbly, and I'll be back. I'm just still waiting for that oven to come to temp. Alright, here it is. It is done. It looks so good and it smells delicious. And this is the beef Lombardi casserole. Like I said, I didn't use as much cheese as it called for. But I'll be back to let you know how we all like it. Alright, I just wanted to come back to let you know what we thought of the beef Lombardi. It was delicious. Just the right amount of cheese, right amount of cream cheese, right amount of pasta, right amount of hamburger. It's delicious. My daughter thought it was a little spicy. My other daughter didn't like the tomatoes. Me and my husband, we loved it. So it's a keeper. And I will make it again. So I hope you enjoyed this short little video of the beef Lombardi. And I will see you all in the next one.